Good morning to everybody. Thanks for being here and welcome to this new digital presentation and virtual product launch in what we might call for today the Maxalto house, which has been recreated in this wonderful TV studio nearby Milan. This product presentation is the first one for 2023 and is fully dedicated to Maxalto, which is part of the B&B Italia family since 1975. We will therefore focus on this long journey and specifically on the Heritage Perspective collection, a collection that has reached its perfect definition, its peak in terms of quality, completeness, and beauty, and that today has been enriched by new products, textile, and lifestyle elements. You all know me by now, but for those who don't, my name is Tommaso Vincenzetti, and I am the Chief Marketing Officer in charge of the international marketing and communication activities for the furniture brands of our company. Before moving forward with the presentation, we want to spend a couple of minutes on the brand purpose and the brand DNA to clarify what Maxalto really stands for. Excel in timeless lifestyle interiors. This is the purpose of the brand, was named derived from the Venetian dialect terms massa alto, which means the highest standards of quality, the highest standards in terms of material, workmanship, and intrinsic approach to design. Beside the purpose, there's a clear brand DNA with distilled made of 4 distinctive characteristics. The first one, timeless. Maxalto is a luxury brand aiming to conceive product of design characterized by a modern, classic soul. And the 2 chairs, the Despina and the Clayder, we will be presenting later, are a perfect example of the timeless characteristic. Craftsmanship. Maxalto offers a complete range of sophisticated and elegant furnishing designed in a tradition of craftsmanship, combining exquisite material, precise manufacturing, and exclusive details. We're very, very proud of it. And then harmony. Maxalto is a project of interiors culture, not only of interior design, which is coherent among all product families, finishes, and areas, dining areas, living areas, and night areas. And then the fourth, and probably the most important, excellence. Over 40 years of design history, at the origin with Tobia and Afrascarpa, and now with Antonio Citterio, with the aim to create lifestyle interior through outstanding craftsmanship and refined material. Now, before having a look at the agenda and start the presentation, I would love to underline a key concept which is of paramount importance to set the path of Maxalto for this year and for the years to come. Our CEO, Gilberto Negrini, the whole company, Design Holding, the CEO of Design Holding, Mr. Daniel Lalonde, are strongly committed to make Maxalto grow more and more as a separate brand with its own identity, vision, and strategy. We want to stress its distinctiveness, build a more qualitative distribution, and increase sharply its revenue, thanks of you, of course. And to do so, we are investing a lot in the brand. Proof is this presentation, but also the successful event that was held in Paris, in Rue de Bac, in our store, in our flagship store, where many dealers from all around Europe, key media from all around the world, and VIPs attended. Proof is also the new highly potential products we will be presenting in a few minutes, and dedicated communication efforts. One for all, the presence for the first time ever of Maxalto at the Salone del Mobile this year. But also the unique collaboration with the art director Antonio Citterio, and to further underline the relevance of the brand for all of us, the arrival in the Maxalto family of a new general manager. I have the pleasure to invite on stage with me Mrs. Italia Casalino.
Grazie, Tommaso.
Grazie a te, and let's have a quick walk in Paris together.
Thanks. Good morning, everyone. I'd like starting by introducing myself. I'm Italia Casalino, the General Manager of Maxalto, and I'd like to thank you for being today with us. Despite the worldwide scenario that continues to be uncertain, we believe that the 2023 is the year of Maxalto to fully develop the brand identity and its independence. To achieve these goals, we are going to launch the new collection to show the Maxalto stand at the Salone del Mobile Fair, to enrich the retail identity, and last but not least, to invest in the brand awareness. It's a very important moment for Maxalto, and I trust I have you on board to achieve increasingly challenging growth results. I thank you in advance for being part of this project, and I hope to see you in person soon. Stay with us.
Thank you, Italia, and see you later. Ce n'est pas una collection. This collection symbolizes the constant evolution of a journey. The architect and designer Antonio Citterio began with us more than 30 years ago and culminated with the creation of a universe of cohesive products through to the initial concept of building a specific type of environment. It could be compared to a movie, or if you want, to a book that Antonio Citterio began writing in the 90s, in the beginning of the 90s, where some words were changed, some paragraphs were rewritten, but he has remained absolutely current to himself since today. And the extraordinary new products we're introducing now in the collection do not distort, but rather reinforce a stylistic code that lives and evolves together with the society we represent, with the society we live in. I could spend many words trying to describe the inner sense of Maxalto, but of course I could never match the intention of the art director. Therefore, I invite you all to watch the following video we recorded just a few days ago in the headquarters of Maxalto in Novedrate, and to listen to the vision of the Maestro Citterio regarding this new chapter of the Maxalto history. I will be with you in a few moments.
Mi immagino sempre un vissuto delle persone che utilizzano questi spazi ed è forse anche l'unico vero modo di pensare agli oggetti, avere un'idea di questa scena, di questa sceneggiatura. Rue de Rivoli, Parigi, siamo nel 2023, la casa è sempre la stessa, ma diventa uno spazio unico. Ho pensato a dei divani di grandi dimensioni, estremamente accoglienti, arbitrary, con questi grandi cuscini che ti permettono, diciamo, una seduta molto informale, e parallelamente diventa una grande superficie morbida, polifunzionale, che serve a tutto. Lilo, il divano organico che non ha un vero riferimento con una parete, ma è qualcosa che puoi inserire in modo molto libero nello spazio. Il Sileo, un sommier che è molto più panciuto, che ti dà quest'idea di morbidezza. Il privato avvolge, crea un luogo al letto. È un oggetto ben disegnato dal punto di vista della costruzione, ha più elementi e ho visto che funziona bene anche vicino al divano. 3 elementi creano subito una situazione così. Tutte le mie sedie hanno qualcosa legato alla tradizione. È interessante riprendere un progetto che ha quasi 30 anni, a sua volta con una grande memoria di certe tradizioni del fine Settecento e primo Ottocento. È un continuo racconto, cioè nel disegnare per Maxalto non c'è un inizio e una fine. Questo credo che sia una grande qualità dei prodotti Maxalto, che sono oggetti senza tempo, che sono contemporanei oggi e probabilmente saranno contemporanei fra 50 anni.
Let's have a quick look at the agenda now, which is, as usual, dense of interesting topics. We will start with the new products and range extension in textile and lifestyle elements with our training manager, Rossella Trezzi. We will move forward with the retail identity and layout proposal along with the retail and design manager, Maria Silvia Nipoti, that you all know very well. And then I will conclude the session deep diving in the marketing and communication part of this presentation. So let's start the product part, inviting on stage Rossella Trezzi.
Thanks, Tommaso. Hello and welcome to all of you. It is a privilege for me to present you the long-awaited new Maxalto collection for 2023, which is a very important year in which, as we have heard, Maxalto will fully develop its brand identity and its independence. Let's start immediately by meeting the first main character of this new collection, which is Arbiter. As always, when it comes to Maxalto product names, we are about to immerse ourselves in a world of classical reminiscences. And it is actually from Latin that the name Arbiter comes from. It means spectator, and we love to imagine it as a silent witness of indoor living landscape and events. This major modular system makes its presence felt in every home it enters, thanks to its extra-large sizes, wisely counterbalanced by the stylistic essentiality of the lines of its design, conceived by Citerio, of course, to lighten and minimize their impact in the domestic context. It has been created with the ambition of renewing and reinterpreting the tradition of the sofas made by master upholsterers. It is a collection composed by 9 elements that come in 2 different important depths, 105 and 115 centimeters, and in many sizes that are perfectly responding to 2 needs: the lack of a big and large modular sofa in the Maxalto world on one side, and the furnishing needs of the large impressive bourgeois houses on the other, that often need more than just one sofa composition. As Citerio teaches us, indeed, in the Maxalto house, guest reception and hospitality are very important rituals. And usually there are 2 or even 3 or even more different sofa compositions in the same space, each one with a specific function related to this rituality. Focusing now on details, we notice that the rigorous geometrical lines of Arbiter are underlined and reinforced by textile profiles that enrich the covers and the cushions. Accordingly to the different materials we select for the covers, these details foresee different options, allowing you to personalize the collection. For instance, on fabric covers, we will have matching tone fabric profiles. On leather covers instead, we will have matching tone envelope stitchings, and on the velvet covers, we will have the color range options of Bellano fabric. This means on the velvet version only, we could also have the contrast profiles. Another element that you can personalize is the metal frame that delimits Arbiter's perimeter, that is available in amber, graphite, nickel bronze, or black chrome painted aluminum. The generosity and, of course, the level of comfort of this collection is remarkable. And to make it even more significant, the back cushions have been oversized in a new 70 per 70 centimeter format. Antonio Citerio's continuous and meticulous work of comfort, refinement, and improvement has also led to an unusual back cushions layout. In each couple of cushions, as you can see in the images behind me, the smaller one, 60 per 60 centimeter, is placed behind the large one, 70 by 70, to create a sort of additional backrest that wraps around the shoulders of those who sit. Let's now have a look to the abaco, where you can find dimensions details about linear element, terminal, and corner ones. And chaise longue, of course, that you can combine as desired in order to create also the composition without this continuous backrest, for instance, so dear to Citerio. And now let's meet the second main character of the collection, Lilium. Lilium is complementary to Arbiter and proposes organic shapes that are inspired by nature and in particular by flowers. Its gentle and sinuous lines delimit surfaces that are really close to those of a lily petal indeed. Lilium is specifically designed for solutions of conviviality and intimacy, and therefore to cohabit in the same environment with other more formal sofas, as Arbiter, for instance. The soft and curved shapes of Lilium create indeed a relaxed atmosphere in the home, and its more or less compacted dimensions facilitate conversation among guests, offering the person sitting on it pleasant sharing moments. It is the single direct seat collection within Maxalto brand up to today, and it has a range of elements made up by terminals, chaiselongues, or dormeuses with more or less compacted dimensions that facilitate unconventional but harmonic layouts in the space. There is no need for back cushions, as the softness of the shapes of the backrest and the particular seat construction make Lilium comfortable and enjoyable even without them. The extruded aluminum profile in various finishes draws the ground line and defines the contour with a touch of sober refinement. Precious pipings in the same color as the fabric or as the leather enhance the beauty of the curvilinear outline of the elements and emphasize the large edge between the base and the seat, recalling once again the sofas of the artisanal tradition. And with this final look to the 2D drawings of the collection Abaco, it is clearly visible the organic inspiration of these shapes that allow you to create exclusive compositions where, despite the long dimension of the elements, guests are always somehow seated in a kind of vis-à-vis situation. Besides the living area, also the dining one sees the introduction of two new products that enrich and complete Maxalto's chair lineup. We are talking about two new chairs, the Spina and Clade, that are daughter of the re-edition and modernization of two heritage designs conceived by Antonio Citerio at the dawn of Maxalto's trajectory. They are authentic expressions of the Maxalto's artisan spirit and craftsmanship in woodworking. And of course, they have been updated in terms of materials, production technique, and sizes to better adapt to the modern evolution of the living spaces. The Spina and Clade have different characters that are expressed by their distinctive construction details that beautify the noble solid wood frames. The backrest curved construction with battens for Clade, for instance, and the sinuous lines of the armors for the Spina. The wooden frame, in both cases, can be in gray, brushed-like, and brushed black oak variants, while the seat has not removable covers in fabric or leather. But let's now move to the night area, where the Maxalto 2023 collection proposes a new bed, Sileo. The name, once again, comes from Latin and means silent, as the relaxed, silent environment we actually want to have in our bedroom. Despite the simplicity of its minimal but elegantly refined style, Sileo hides instead a very rich program, as it is available in a wide range of sizes. It is indeed available in 5 dimensions, queen and king size included. And it is able to accommodate all the different slatted-based systems and either a semi-recessed or flush mattress. The headboard has been designed with 120 centimeter high in order to be always well proportioned with all kind of mattresses accommodation, as we have seen, the semi-recessed or the flush ones, and to grant the guest to always have shoulders and back wrapped in. The aluminum base of the bed can also be in the 4 options we have met before on the sofas. Next, let's call Privatus, the next product, an exclusive screen that I'm sure you already noticed as additional decorative element behind the Sileo bed. That is, for instance, one of the final use that Citerio imagines for this screen, that can also, by the way, become a smart space divider to grant privacy, as the name Privatus suggests actually, to the guest of an hotel, for instance, or to bring some products out of the space in case we want, for instance, to build a special corner in a room. Privatus is 185 centimeter high, and it comes in 3 options, with 3, with 4, or with 8 panels, with width 45 centimeter each. The panels are covered with a precious handmade fabric, which is composed of raffia, a fiber similar to straw, for the 50%, and of banana leaves for the remaining 50%. These materials have been selected for their authenticity, their raw and natural look, and for the richness of their imperfections. The raffia covers come into 2 colors, natural or dark ones, while the peripheral edges are always in bronze nickel painted steel. Besides these new designs, the 2023 Maxalto collection also includes some range extensions that will give you more options to work with our icons, such as Amenus Soft, Lotto, or Helios. Let's start with Amenus Soft. Amenus Soft is a true icon of the Maxalto collection, whose look and comfort have been revamped in 2020. Its global success in all international markets has led Citerio and us to think about a new, more compact dimension, 140 centimeter diameter, that transforms this round sofa in a sort of armchair for 2 persons, and at the same time gives the most tasteful interior decorators of the world a new option to work with. It's now even possible to imagine, for instance, the 2 round Amenus Soft in a vis-a-vis situation. No changes in terms of finishings and options that remain the ones listed in the price list we all know. The next product which gets an update is Lotto, the iconic barrel-shaped small table that we often see here and there in the best living rooms as additional service element. It also now comes in a new dimension, which foresee a bigger diameter and a higher frame, that now allow Lotto to be also used as night table next to beds, for instance, that have flush mattresses. But this is not the only news related to this small table. It also has now a removable tray on the top, which is ideal for serving breakfast in bed or cocktail on the sofa. And as always, all the pieces of Lotto collection are made of solid wood and are available in all our oak options or painted in the 3 shellac finishings. Next, we end the range extensions with Helios. This large family of small tables designed with a circular base to be specifically placed in front of the sofa or at the break in the sofa backrest is ideal for resting your tablet, diary, or cocktail on. It now also comes in a new oval and in a new round shape, with or without the relevant removable tray. The frame is available in the 4 metal options: graphite, amber, black chrome, and bronze nickel painted, while the top always remains in its typical finishings. black back-painted smoky glass. The tray, also in this case, can be in the 3 oak options or in the 3 shellac colors. Okay, so that's all the amazing Maxalto's new products, but we have also worked together with Antonio Citterio to widen our textile collection in order to give you and all our final customers even more options to personalize these products as you wish. As you know, since 2020, Maxalto brand has a dedicated textile collection that makes its style manifest and distinctive. The 2023 fabrics collection will add new tones to the black and white of its DNA, broadening the soft colors palette. Ecru, beige, camel, and tobacco nuances are indeed the new warm and pale protagonists for this year. As you can see in the images, we have, for instance, Doris, Dallas, and Diana, that with their mixed compositions of precious natural fibers are more neutral in terms of colors, while Delia, on the other hand, is instead the animalier-inspired black and white fabric that can be used to impress more character and to give a touch of glam to the products. All these fabrics, besides being beautiful, also have another common feature. They all start their names with letter D, which means, as you know, that they will belong to a new specific price category, D, that is placed between the L, Luxus, and the M, Magnum 1. Another important new addition in terms of fabric is Londra, a cotton velvet with an incredible soft touch. Its hair is twice higher than the one of the other similar velvet we have in collection. You will be really impressed by that. And finally, I am happy to inform all the Milo fabric lovers that it now comes in 2 new tones, ecru and tobacco. All these fabrics, of course, are in compliance with both or one of the 2 most severe fire requirements on the market, BS British Standard and TB 117 California. Novelties are not yet finished, as we also have a new carpet, Diakos. It is in 100% New Zealand wool that comes in the 3 rectangular sizes, but in 1 dove gray color only, which represent actually the perfect background for all different compositions. It has a geometrical pattern that is reproduced all over the surface. Its high durability and easy maintenance and high resistance also turn it to be the perfect choice also for contra projects. So why not to use it in a beautiful hotel lobby or in a beautiful hotel room? And now, to conclude this product's overview, I am glad to announce you that we also decided to introduce in our collection new plates and bed runner with different compositions of precious wool, merino's wool, and cashmere that will help us all to make Maxalto's brand identity even clearer and distinctive. Let's have a look together to these plates and bed runners. On Afrato, for instance, we have the Maxalto logo printed all over thanks to the Jacquard technology, and the logo is available in 4 colors, rust, green, yellow, and brown, on a natural color-only plate. Malacos instead is a bicolor plate with a dégradé effect on the edges and a less visible Maxalto logo, always in matching tone. Also in this case, it comes in the 4 colors. To conclude, we have Zestos, the bed runner, that together with the relevant decorative pillows contribute to adorn the bed. The precious cashmere thread gives a softness and richness to this contemporary bed runner that is available in 2 colors, gray or beige, with 5 color options for the band. That, of course, will highlight, once again, the Maxalto logo. To conclude, I would like to remind you that all info and recap about product dimensions and materials are well detailed, as always, in the price list you can find in the dealer's area. So, I thank you for your attention and wish you a great success with Maxalto collection.
As the architect Antonio Citerio said, this is a new chapter of a long brand story, an evolution made of continuity and consistency, always referring to the modern classic, for living an immersive retail experience inspired by a timeless Parisian aesthetic. The story is now to move more and more versus a premium and high-end positioning of the brand presentation, naturally reinforcing the Maxalto expression into the retail. In addition to the products, we can play with many setting elements: the floor, the boiserie, the backlights, screens, decorative objects, styling, all together in full harmony for improve the quality and the quantity of the spaces, for implement the full retail identity concept and its strongness. The achievement is to make the brand recognizable and desirable. And the atelier is the core of the concept, the place where to play with projects, to customize, and to valorize the richness, the quality, and the generosity of the brand. We redesign space formats as tools useful to help and find out the right solution for the best brand expression. We have shop-in-shops starting from 80 square meters, 100, 150, 200 square meters, arriving to the big size for the mono-brand formats. For each format, we identified the mix of products and the rooms, including the news, naturally, the selection of setting elements with detailed information, and the related cost. So let me introduce some examples of rooms and mood boards well designed for display these new Maxalto products, inspired by the layout shown in Paris. As usual, they include the floor plan, details of the products and finishes, codes, prices, sizes, all the information. They are guaranteed the best and consistent brand retail expression. For this first one, we can speak about timeless bourgeois elegance. Is the perfect definition for this room, where arbiter sofa is the main character, as you can see, with this L shape and 2 depths. Is dressed in Milo New Warm Tobacco color, including 2 little small table in front in travertine and a sella bench in brushed black oak. We have 2 elegant Clio armchairs that are completing the room in black astro. This second room is the real expression of the Maxalto culture of living. It's a system of different seats and organic shapes for a refined conviviality. A blend of natural colors. Lilium is in this sophisticated and unconventional shape in new white Doris fabric, a classical Amenus in the new sides, and 2 Apollo armchairs in Dallas 2. Here we can see how the Privato screens can be a precious and additional layer to the space that can really complete the room and is the ideal backdrop for the sofa. For this third room, we can speak about richness and details. Marquinia marble, wood, leather are the main ingredients of the room. The Despina chairs in cassia and brushed black oak are together with the Cleide ones in Milo tobacco and brushed black oak with this amazing Astrum table in black Marquinia marble. The result is for sure the richest Maxalto dining sitting. 2 thesaurus are completing the room. And here another example with a bedroom with the Sileo, that is the main character of the room. And let's remember together that one of the key concepts in the vision of the architect Antonio Citerio is the overlapping in this Maxalto new style. The concept is to overlap different layers and materials in order to create the richest and coziest atmospheres, taking inspiration from the hotellerie, the hospitality styles and tastes. As we can see, for example, in this bedroom, where the headboard is the first layer, the privato screens are the second ones, the wall behind can be considered the third. The same is for the bed. Many layers, we have the bed, the plaid, the cushions, and the bed linen all together. The richness of this room is completed by a precious Caratos bench in leather and an Ameno soft in the new size in Dallas with Milo cushions. So thank you very much, and let me conclude recalling the Maxalto purpose, that is the mission and the core of the brand. That is to say, to always excel in timeless lifestyle interiors.
Thank you, Rossella. Thank you, Maria Silvia, for the great explanation. Let's deep dive now on the marketing and communication part, and let's start with the delivery terms. Of course, let me tell you that all the material you have seen today will be uploaded in the dealers area right after this session. So I was saying that the delivery terms are on the screen now, as you have certainly noticed, some of the key products we have just presented are going to be ready for manufacturing since the end of March, the very beginning of April. In other words, if you order them now, they will be ready for delivery by the Salone del Mobile, which is a perfect timing to optimize sales. Fabric box. We have been working hard to provide you with a new fabric box containing the new exclusive Maxalto fabrics Rossella presented to you, and it will be ready for the Salone del Mobile again. Communication updates. This is a very important part, and I start this chapter telling you that a brand new print magazine containing the beautiful picture that we shot of the new product in Rue de Rivoli in Paris will be distributed during the Salone del Mobile and sent to your attention right after the Salone. A new offline and online advertising campaign featuring the new sofas will be on air from April. And a double physical presence at the Raw Fiera with a 600 square meter pavilion for the first time ever in the history of the brand will be welcoming you during the Design Week. And again, in Via Durini, there will be another exposure of the novelties on the floor. Content production. This is another key part of the marketing and communication effort we have been providing to you. New contents, and as you can see, 3 different and effective digital projects have been conceived along with our creative agency, which is called Studio Yuma, to increase Maxalto brand awareness both on the website and on social media, featuring illustrators, artists, and international renowned architect studio speaking of their projects with Maxalto design pieces. A further demonstration of the attention and investment on the brand, in this case, on the digital platforms. This presentation comes now to an end, and in conclusion, let me thank, as usual, all the people that contributed to it. The R&D department, the engineering and operation team, the marketing and communication team, and Studio Yuma, again, our creative agency, and of course, thanks to our CEO, Gilberto Negrini, who believed in the undertaking of enriching Maxalto collection this year and investing on the brand. But we could not achieve any result without you, without our partners, without our key dealers around the world, without our DOS people. You have all contributed to the growth of Maxalto since today, and you represent the key strategic factor of success for the brand in the future. Therefore, we look forward to a new and exciting chapter of the Maxalto history in 2023, working alongside all of you. See you at the Salone del Mobile.